Blankenship CPA, The Shed Batting Cages, GT Brothers Automotive, Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, Vera Cruz Mexican Restaurant, the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles, the Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie, Versailles Total Fitness, Baxter's Lakeside Grill, and Big O Tires. Now, high school basketball presented by Martin Metal on KS95.
Welcome back, friends. We are here at Eldon High School, home of this Jamboree. Start off the basketball season earlier in the evening. We saw the Eldon boys and girls in their first matchup with the Russellville boys and girls. And now the Eldon boys are getting ready to square off with Richland. Yes, should be a nice matchup here on a evening. An unseasonably warm Tuesday evening. I normally wear a jacket or a hoodie to the game, and I was almost sweating walking in tonight, so it was different. It's going to take some getting used to. Hopefully things cool off and it actually feels like the time of year that it is. I'm Colton Taylor. Got Mark Sidebottom and Jamie and Turner back at the studio engineering tonight's contest, and it took me a little while to get used to this format, but let's just walk you through it. What will happen here is there will be 3 quarters of basketball play, 3 8-minute quarters, basically running clock, and at the end of each quarter, they'll reset the scores. So you play to win each individual quarter. In the first matchup with Russellville, Eldon won 2 of the 3 quarters, so it was a good showing from the boys. The offense looked crisp. Mustangs really getting out and running this year. A lot quicker than they have in past seasons, but the defense still looks solid. Now Eldon not at full space tonight, or at full pace tonight, excuse me, as they are without 2 key in Talon Hole, the senior, as well as Rhett Bayshore. Both of those 2 were a big part of last year's squad, but due to some injuries, they're out tonight, but they should be back and ready to go next week for the regular season opener in Mountain Grove. So glad to hear that they'll be healthy, and Eldon will be at full speed, but lots of other athletes to see out here this evening. Like I said, Eldon looked good, even down a couple guys in that first game, so hopefully they can keep that going against this Richland squad. I believe Richland, if I am correct, is in that Frisco League, which that Frisco League is always interesting to see. They usually like to run and gun a little bit and some fast-paced teams over the years when I've seen them. Richland, we've seen them a few times at the Eldon tournament, and usually they're fairly athletic, can get up and down the floor, and they've had some impressive scores over the years. But once again, this game's streaming at MoSportsZone.com and on our Facebook page right now. Also going on this evening, Camdenton and School of the Osage, as well as the Eugene Eagles, are all at the same Jamboree, and those games are being covered on our sister stations, Mix 92.7, Cool 102.7, and of course live at MoSportsZone.com. We're about 4 minutes away from the opening tip in this later portion of the boys' Jamboree. It'll be Eldon and Richland. When we come back, you're listening to KS95 Sports.
Building season is here and a great time to visit Martin Metal for the next agricultural, residential, or commercial project on your list. Trusted throughout the heartland, they continue offering only the top quality products in the industry, which ensures beauty and durability for years to come. When in need of a post frame or a stud frame building, you can depend on the dedicated professional staff to help you get your job moving forward. Call 573-378-4050 and speak with a professional today. That's 573-378-4050, or check us out online at martinmetal.com.
The holidays are here, and Eagle Stop is spreading the cheer. Fuel up for family road trips, grab a drink, and treat yourself to your favorite snacks because you earned it. And with the Eagle Stop rewards, every stop brings you closer to more savings, more perks, and more holiday smiles. Friendly faces, fresh food, hometown spirit. That's Eagle Stop. With over 50 locations across Missouri, it's easy to reward yourself. Eagle Stop, your hometown stop for the holidays.
Custom railing stairs that gleam. Awnings made just like your dream. American Sun controls the name. Since 1985, they lead the game. Screen enclosures keep bugs at bay. Enjoy your summer every day. Family owned and local too. American Sun Control. Made for you.
Hi, Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more. Give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
This is our Eagle Stop pregame show, part of our Martin Metal broadcast. Big thanks to our title sponsor, Martin Metal. They'll be with us all season long. Go see the fine folks, Martin Metal, as you're getting your Christmas shopping list underway. But yes, I said the Eagle Stop pregame show. Normally we'll have our starting lineups presented by Eagle Stop and all of that, but starting lineups, I'll tell you, Eagle Stop has quickly become my favorite stop on the way to stop in, and I'm an energy drink addict. That's pretty obvious at this point. I got to have my caffeine, and thus far they have the best selection of my energy drinks or just drinks in general when I'm looking, and I love their hot case as well. If it's a day like today when I'm just running, I stop in and check out the different sandwiches or chicken or pizza or cold deli they have. They got these tater cake things. If you haven't tried them, oh, they're delicious. But they've got a great selection there at Eagle Stop. Stop in at any of their many locations in our area. They'll get you taken care of. Plus, it's always so clean in there. I greatly appreciate that when I stop in and the place is well kept like that. So big thanks to Eagle Stop for that. We're getting ready. One final huddle before the opening tip-off of this matchup between Richland and Eldon. Like I said, the Mustangs look good in their first bout. We'll see how they hold up in this one. Eldon going to be in their, I was going to say home whites, but they're the practice uniforms. They got the faded numbers. I mean, I can barely read them from up here. It's pretty difficult. Richland, on the other hand, they're standing out a little bit better. Got the black uniforms and the bright orange letters, so I could read Richland's from space. I struggle with Eldon's right here in the gym. All right, both teams ready to meet in the middle and get this thing underway. I apologize once again. I don't know a lot of the names here, but there's a few I recognize, and one of them that obviously stands out is Britton Ahart. He's going to be jumping in the middle to get this one underway. Everybody's set, ready to go. Eldon going to the basket to our right, Richland the basket to our left, and Ahart wins the opening tip for the Mustangs, and they will have the first look. And quick trigger three from the corner off the front iron won't go. Richland the board. Eldon able to get back on defense quickly. Richland going to push it up the floor. Mustang defense looks solid early. See if they can continue that pace. Straight man defense from the Mustangs. Richland trying to spread things out and attack from the right side. They have to give it up to the top of the key. Thought about the three, but Tam is there defensively, and they're going to get Tam for a reach-in foul. Gambled a little bit, trying to pop it loose. I don't know if you can foul out of a jamboree. We've never really ran into that issue. So Richland will maintain possession. 0-0 minute in. Left open, wing three, but he stepped into it a little too well as he knocks the shot down. It was a hop step. That's going to be a travel. Ball back to the Mustangs. Bit of a break there as the player was left unattended, but one too many steps on the pitter-patter. Ball back to Eldon. Around the outside to the corner. They go high post to Ahart. He gets to Zach Hull on the back cut through some contact, puts it up and won't go, but he'll go to the line for two. Man, when you run Ahart at that high post, he sees the whole court so well. Zach's free throw is short. It's again a shorthanded Mustang squad here tonight, but we'll see them back in action on Tuesday of next week at Mountain Grove. Second free throw is good, and the first lead of the game goes to Eldon. They're up 1-0. 6:15 remaining in this first of three quarters. Going to put a little pressure on. 2-2-1 full court for Eldon. It's a tip, but recovered by Richland. Press gave him a little bit of problems, but Richland able to get behind it. A clean block by Ahart. Mustangs have it and want to run. On the fast break, back into Britton inside, hangs the air. It's just short, but Tam's there to clean it up. Cody Tam with the putback, and Eldon leads 3-0. Beautiful feed by Cody, and just so naturally athletic. He can kind of hang in the air like that. I swear Cody can jump out of the gym when he wants to. Reach-in foul on the press by the Mustangs. So Richland will maintain possession. Being patient, working it up the left sideline. They get it to the middle of the floor. It's knocked loose. They'll say last touch by Eldon. So this press by the Mustangs is giving Richland a little bit of problems. Richland tosses it into the backcourt, and they'll reset their offense. They trail 3-0. 5 minutes to play in this first series. Near travel, near turnover, but Richland maintains a bit of a soft reach-in foul. Going to go against Eldon. Their third foul already. Eldon looks a step quicker on everything right now. Richland inbound into their own baseline. Eldon switches into a 2-3 zone for the inbounds pass. Richland into the block. Nothing there. Kicks it out to the left wing. Couple dribbles, but good denial. Eldon going to stay in this 2-3 for that matter. In the corner. Good closeout. Driving into the mid-range. Shot fake. Shot forced up. Banked in. Good defense. Better offense. And Richland's on the board with their first two. Right wing flip to the top of the key is Ahart. Little shot fake. Was going for a little scoop pass. It's tipped by Richland out of bounds and should stay with Eldon. Substitution for the Mustangs. Once again, I apologize. I don't know the names. These are practice uniforms, so they don't sync up with the roster. So I know the kids I remember, but it's been a year. The inbounds. Eldon got it. And shoot, knock down. It's a 6-2 Mustang lead. They go back to this press. Richland able to break it. Gets crossed half court, but a trap comes in trouble. Kicks it to the top of the key. Quick trigger. 3 up off the iron. Won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Lost. And then saved out of bounds. However, it was last touched by the Mustangs. So the ball will stay with Richland. 3:30 to play. 6-2 the Eldon. After each quarter, the score will reset. So it's like you're playing 3 individual mini games. Richland inbounding on their own baseline. Send slashers down. Nothing there. Go to the block. Goes off the shin of the big man. That should be Mustang ball. Huh. They're saying someone from Richland touched it. I don't really know who or how, but the official has a better view than I do. Richland, once again, triggering under their own basket. They lob it, but the lob's too high, and it's picked off by Eldon. Eldon wants to run all the way to the basket through the contact. Shot flipped up, won't go. But the Mustangs go to the line for 2. So Eldon has been very aggressive offensively as the first free throw is long. Second free throw attempt. And this one's short. So free throws need to be dialed in a little somewhere in between. Full court pressure by the Mustangs. Richland's able to hand it. They get into the front court. Oh, nice spin to go baseline, but Tam gives up nothing. The pass is tipped. It's loose. It's picked back up by Richland. Trying to get inside. Cross, corner 3, off the iron, won't go. Good box out. Great job by the Mustangs. I'm not positive. I think that might be the newest Mustang, Lane Stokes, on the box out. I could be wrong once again. But nonetheless, whoever that Mustang was, he had great position, and they'll get Richland over the back. Eldon will take over possession, up 4 with 1:30 to play. Here in this Martin Metal broadcast. Eldon into the front court. Richland in the 2-3. Landon Whittle into the game. Feeds it down to the block. Turnaround jumper too strong. Richland the board. Again, very excited to see Whittle this year. The 6'6 sophomore that Coach Caudell praises as having the best footwork on this team. I want to see what this kid can do on the block. He's not a built kid as far as, actual weight to him or whatnot. A little skinnier build, but 6'6", and he moves his feet so well. Got a big wingspan. I think he could be huge for the Mustangs. Reach-in foul is called on Eldon, their fourth, with 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. Richland tosses the lob, and it's laid up and in, so they cut it to a 2-point game with 29 seconds remaining. Eldon with the ball, racing ahead. They fire inside. Dish backed out. Tipped, recovered at the top of the key. To the left wing. Extra pass into the corner. Skip pass. They put high enough that only Whittle could get it. He fires to the corner, sets the screen. Drive to the top of the key. Play back to Whittle. Tries to feed the block. It's tipped back out to Whittle with 5 seconds left. Whittle puts it on the floor. 3 seconds. Eldon going to have to get a shot off. Corner three just before the buzzer. Got it! First buzzer beater of the season for the Mustangs. They win quarter number 1, 9-4. We'll take a break, come back with a second of 3 quarters. Eldon takes the first one 9-4 over Richland. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
Looking for a ride that won't wreck your wallet? Head to GT Brothers Automotive in Eldon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Yep, no hidden fees, no nonsense. Just great vehicles, incredible prices, and hometown service that keeps you rolling long after the sale. They've got a huge selection of cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs, and bank and credit union rates starting below 5% with approved credit. The deal just gets sweeter. So swing by GT Brothers Automotive on Business Highway 54 South in Eldon, or call 573-557-2200, where buying your next ride is actually fun.
So quarter number 1 goes to Eldon. They've now won 3 of 4 quarters played. They took 2 against Russellville, and they take the first against Richland. Richland is going to have the first possession of this second quarter of action here in our Martin Metal broadcast. Eldon going straight man defense now. Played a little 2-3 for a while. They played some man. Really just depends on the situation. Richland thought about the wing 3, but a good closeout by the Mustangs. Little weave offense here. It's tipped by Tam. Chasing it to the sideline. It's blindly thrown back by Richland, but a good save. Into the middle of the paint. Dished out. Wing 3 lined up and knocked down. First points of the second quarter go to Richland. Eldon quickly the other way. Try to get Ahart on the cut, but it's tipped loose. Stolen by Richland. And a foul on the drive is going to go against Tam. Well, got a moment. Want to remind you, you can make the season delicious with a Baxter's Lakeside Grill gift card. And don't forget, call 573-365-2669 for your holiday reservations. Savor the food, remember the view. Baxter's Lakeside Grill, Bagnell Dam Boulevard, Lake Ozark. Richland on the inbound to the blue. Turnaround fader. 1 up for Richland. 5-0 lead for offense here in this second quarter. Strong take by Tam. Apparently a little too strong for the off foul. I didn't know if I thought the defense was set, but the official had a better view. So a 5-0 lead, 6:35 to play in this second. And they have the ball. Drive. Dish underneath. Blocked from behind by Ahart, but it's kept alive by Richland. Wing 3 is launched, won't go. Britton has the board. Wants to push it. He flies ahead to Cody. Inside out, Zach Hull. Corner 3 won't go. Tam keeps it alive. Puts it up and in with a foul. Cody Tam, the offensive board and the putback. He's got a chance for a 3-point play. Just a great job following it and keeping it alive. Cody's free throw is short. Long rebound tracked down by the Mustangs. Skipped over to Hull. Ahart, top of the key, head and shoulder fake. Dishes it back to the corner. Corner 3 off the front iron. Recovered by Richland on the run out. Eldon does a good job getting back, though. 5-2 the Richland lead, 5:30 to play with the ball. Richland thought about a wing three, but instead traveled. Good closeout by the Eldon defense to make them second-guess the decision. So Eldon back on offense, down by 3. Tam finds a wide-open man underneath the basket, but a little too open as the shot is smoked, comes off the iron and back to Richland. Oh, that's tough. Sometimes you're so wide open. And a timeout going to be called in Richland as the player was caught in the middle of a trap right in the corner, had nowhere to go. And his coach saw that and wanted to talk things over. 4:55 to go. 3-point Mustang, or excuse me, a 3-point. What are Richland? Are they the Bears? I think they're the Bears. I don't know. Either way, we're going to take a timeout with them. We'll come back. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home in hometown business.
So the Bears burn the timeout. After the Mustangs had him in a bad way in the trap, Eldon comes out showing 2-3 defense. Mustangs have mixed things up a little bit here this evening. Tell you what, this Eldon team is going to have some depth to it because, as I mentioned, 2 of their key players and more than likely 2 of their starters unable to play tonight. And they've still shown a very good rotation here in this Jamboree. Richland, 3, right wing, won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Shot off the glass, too strong. This time the board pulled in by Zach Hull. Ahart has it, wants to run, whips it to the opposite wing. Skip pass, head and shoulder fake. Ahart, 3 off the dribble, won't go. Rebound last touched by the Bears. So Eldon will maintain possession. Eldon, a couple good looks there. Britton with a sidestep after the shot fake, just couldn't get it to fall. 5-2 remains the Richland lead. The inbounds, Tam gets it in the corner. Back to the top of the key, back to Cody. Oh, a good back post by Ahart. He had him sealed. Tam lobbed over top, and Britton was fouled. They're going to say on the floor in the act of shooting. Britton wisely just walks right to the free throw line. Like, guys, we all know I was shooting. And the officials say, no, we believe that was on the floor. So Britton to inbound. Tam in the corner. Skips it to Hull. Gets it to Britton in the middle of the paint. He corrals it, puts it up softly off the back iron, and it falls. Eldon cuts the lead to 1 with 3:45 to go. Full court pressure by the Mustangs. Richland able to get past it. Reset at the top of the key. Driving inside. Little weave offense. Out to the corner. Trying to get inside again. Eldon doing a good job. Help defense, and it's thrown into the backcourt. Good job by the Mustang defense to force the over and back. So Eldon, with any field goal here, will regain the lead. Eldon trying to spread out this defense. Wing 3 lined up and splashed home. Eldon goes up by 2. They lead 7-5 with under 3 minutes to play. Applying the pressure, Richland able to break it down. Get to the block, dish it to the wing, driving baseline. Good closeout, back to the wing. 3 on the run, too strong. Offensive board kept alive, just falling away. Throws it up blindly, but gets his own miss. Puts it up and in. Eldon giving up a couple offensive boards this quarter. Some Coach Code Eldon not going to be thrilled about. We're tied at 7 apiece with 2:20 to play. Left wing Tam rockets it to the right side to Ahart. Shot fake, drives baseline, a little space, uses his body to create more. Lays it up and in, and a timeout by the Richland bench will hold it here as Eldon goes up 9-7. Much better ball movement the last few possessions by Eldon, and we've seen with space, Eldon has a couple guys that can take advantage of that one-on-one. When they're able to spread out the defense and open up a couple lanes, it seems like Ahart and Tam have a first step on the majority of the Richland defenders. Now, give Richland their credit. They've crashed the offensive glass very well, and that's something Eldon going to have to clean up. You can't give teams multiple looks each possession, or it will lead to problems. So 2:14 remaining in the second period of this three-period jamboree. Once again, Eldon took two from Richland. They took the first, or excuse me, two from Russellville. They took the first from Richland. Make two. Out of the timeout, Eldon will apply a little full court pressure. Just some full court man. And it's stolen by Zach Holt. He fires it ahead, spin move, right hand off the glass, too strong, but the follow-in tip in. Cody Tam, that's that athletic ability. He can just get up. He's got a good eye for where the rebound's going to go, and just a soft touch to tip it in. A trap at half court. Richland in trouble. They're able to get it away. Now in the corner, trap set in again. Poked loose. Player able to recover. Drives back into the corner. Has to throw it to a guard who has to save it going out of bounds. Picked up at the top of the key. A travel not called. And Richland going to reset out by the logo. Eldon has really upped their pressure here with 1:30 to play, up 4. Richland at the top of the key, turns the corner inside. The shot swatted out with a little emphasis by Britton Ahart. When you can pressure like that at the top of the key or just outside the three-point line, and you've got a shot blocker inside, I mean, Britton has probably blocked 5 to 6 shots in this jamboree already. Britton, what do they actually list him at? 6'4", going on 6'5", some of that ballpark, and now you have Landon Whittle on the team as well. Bona fide 6'6", so you've got some size and wingspan on this Mustangs squad, and you're going to need that playing in the Tri-County Conference. So Eldon defensively looks as good as, ever. They've been good for years defensively, but the offense looks much better. I'm excited to see a regular season game out of these Mustangs. If they can continue to play defense like this and get up and down the floor and score, they're going to cause a problem for a lot of teams. Richland taking their time breaking the huddle. Richland inbound under their own basket. 1:25 to go. And a 5-second, hold going to be called on Richland, trying to send a little illegal screen there, so the ball back to Eldon. Eldon up by 4, 1:25 to go, trying to add to it on this possession. To the corner is Tam. Skips it, but it's picked off by Richland. That's a tough pass to make against a zone. If you're going to do it, you're going to put a little more on it than that. Richland trying to cut into this lead, working from the right wing. Drives baseline. It's poked loose. Recovered in the corner. Resetting on the wing. Thought about the drive. Nothing there. Picks it up. Needs help. Eldon starts applying the pressure on the dead ball, and it's thrown out of bounds. Eldon does that very well. When they see the ball is picked up, they go dead ball mode where either a double team comes or the guy on ball just starts flaring the arms and taking space away. And you can see these Richland guards uncomfortable in that situation. So Eldon back on offense. 38 seconds to go. Corner 3 off the mark. Offensive board tipped around. Tipped out of bounds, and they will say last touched by the Mustangs. Ahart was right there for it, but I think he thought a Richland player tipped it out and was going to just let it go. Eldon trying to win second of 2 quarters thus far here against Richland. 20 seconds remain. Eldon by 4. Richland to bring it up the floor. Full court man pressure right now being applied by Zach Holt. Pass ahead is picked off by Eldon. Thrown ahead to Tam. Reverse layup off the glass. Won't go. Fouled in the process. 2. They could have got Cody that ball a little sooner. I've seen him dunking in warm-ups and whatnot. I would love to have seen him have a chance to go up and slam that one out. But the buzzer sounds to end the second quarter of play, so Cody will be shooting free throws by himself out there. First one falls short. Tam's second free throw off the iron as well. It's lonely out there when everybody leaves the floor. Makes them a little tougher. Eldon wins both of the first 2 quarters we've played. Third one's coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
With a Citizens Bank debit card, you'll never have to wonder if your check will be accepted. Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. You can use your card anywhere MasterCard debit card is accepted. To make purchases at your favorite merchant, get cash in an ATM, or to make a purchase online. Your purchases will be deducted from your checking account and will appear on your monthly statement. Ask for an application. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
As we get ready for this third period of play, Eldon has looked crisp in the first 2. Sorry, trying to multitask here. Okay, Eldon has won the first 2 quarters, looking to make it a third. That gives them 4 quarter wins of the 5 they played in this evening. On the left wing, back to the top of the key, straight man defense for Richland. Eldon just screening away and flashing high. Left wing again, squaring up. Attack from the top of the key. Fed back to the top. 3 lined up. 3 knocked down. Eldon goes up 3-0 to start this third period. Very patient offense. Good screening away. Flashing high and hitting the shot. Eldon back in a 2-3 zone. On the wing, thought about the 3, thought about the pass, fired the 3. Maybe a little too much thinking. Eldon has the board and wants to run. Got to settle out to the left corner, looking for the low block. It's not there. Whittle, top of the key, lines up 3. Nearly banked it in. Offensive board, Eldon. Kicks it out to the left wing. Drive inside through the contact. A lot of contact. Play on. Eldon gets the offensive board. Going to resettle on the right wing. Top of the key over to Whittle on the left wing. Now back to the top of the key. Trying to fire to the block, but a good jump by Richland to tip it back out. Eldon back at the left wing. Drive. Weave offense. Top of the key. Right wing. Thought about the 3. Short corner. It's tipped again. Eldon keeps it alive. Inside. Extra pass. This one is stolen by Richland, and they want to run with it. Whittle back defensively. Makes the offensive player think twice just because he's tall. And that's going to be a travel on Richland. Thought about driving on the left side, then thought about passing and thought a little too much, but Whittle ran the floor at 6'6", just put both hands straight up in the air, and you could see the guard for Richland thought, I don't really want to try to shoot over that right now. So up 3-0, Eldon will take back over possession. 6:10 to play in this third and final quarter of this jamboree for the Bulls. Girls on deck next as they will play Macks Creek, and Eldon looking for the lob for the low post on the backside, but it was just a little high. Goes out of bounds and back to the Bears of Richland. To the wing is Richland, middle of the floor, top of the key. Foot to the left corner. 3 launched up off the back iron, won't go. Offensive board kept alive by the Bears. Out to the right wing. Another 3-point attempt off the back iron. This time the board hauled in by the Mustangs. Nearly stolen on the fast break. Tipped out of bounds, last touched by the Bears, and ball will stay with Eldon. A little bit more of a second unit look right now for Eldon. It's their starting 5 on the bench at the moment. Beauty of the Jamboree, though, you can get all these kids in, and maybe some kids that weren't going to see a ton of playing time or weren't really on the coach's prime radar can show you something here in the Jamboree. They get it to Whittle on the weave. Shot fake, feeds the other low block. Skip off, though, by Richland. Eldon maybe a little too passive right now. Jump step inside by Richland, but the problem was he jumped and stepped. Can really only do one or the other. It's going to be a travel back to Eldon. Eldon brings it up. 3-0. We've played almost half of this quarter, and 3 points is all that we have to show. The drive picks it up at the mid-range, goes back to the left block. Whittle, a shot fake, attacks the basket, hesitates off the glass, just rolled off the iron. A good take. Needs to be a little stronger with that one. Richland going to be a little more patient, bringing it into the front court. On the right wing, top of the key. Using a screen, looking to drive, dishes to the corner. 3 lined up, 3 off the top of the backboard, rebounded by the Mustangs. The attack, Whittle thought about the three, instead passed at the last second. It's nearly stolen, kept alive, and then it is stolen by Richland. Thrown back by Lee, nearly restolen by Eldon, but it'll go out of bounds and stay with the Bears. Substitution going to bring back in the 5 for Eldon. 3:43 remaining in this final quarter in this Jamboree. Eldon leads 3-0. Once again, I say this Jamboree. The girls are on deck next. I mean this Jamboree for Eldon. Boys. Little token, full court man pressure. Ahart on ball. Richland gets into the front court. Tay hangs and tried to wrap around and lay it up and in, but it wouldn't go. Now Eldon looking to run. Ahart has it, trying to skip past to the opposite block. But Richland was aware and was able to tip it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Mustangs. It's lobbed in. Extra pass, corner, holes three. Oh, just short, but an offensive board by Eldon keeps it alive. They skip it over. Ahart thought about the three. He'll take the three. Halfway down, wouldn't go. Tam, another offensive board. Off the glass, won't fall. Hold the offensive board. Reverse layup up and good. Eldon, 3 offensive boards on 1 possession. They lead 5-0 with 2:30 to play. Richland has been held scoreless thus far in this third period. And another steal by the Mustangs. Break, running it down, leaving it from out of bounds over to Hole. Now to Ahart on the block. Move, hangs in the air off the glass, too strong, but another offensive board and put back. Cody Tam. Eldon goes up 7-0. Cody making a living on the offensive glass tonight. Oh, fast break. Richland looking for their first point. Shot won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Extra pass, though, tipped loose and stolen again by Eldon. Handoff running the floor. Shot won't go for Tam. A lot of contact. Play on. It's one in regular season's probably a foul, but here tonight in a Jamboree, probably not. 1:40 to play. 7-0 the Mustang lead. Trying to pitch a shutout here in this third quarter. Richland, though, drives baseline, creates some space, and being harassed by Ahart causes the feet to get crossed, and that's going to be a travel. Ball back to Eldon. Eldon's defense has been fantastic in this third quarter. Richland going to bring in a couple subs. Minute and 10 seconds, all the remains of this quarter. Eldon leads 7-0. Go to the left wing. Top of the key is Tam. Oh, he was trying to feed Ahart on the block, and do they call Ahart for an offensive foul? Yeah, they're going to get Britton for a push-off. So Richland, 40 seconds left, trying to find some points in this contest. In the corner, back to the right wing. Quick closeout from Eldon, swiping, trying to knock it loose. Back to half court. It's saved blindly and thrown backwards, picked off by Eldon. Eldon fires ahead. Corner, Hole, shoot, hit. That's not Zach Hole. I don't know who that young man is, but boy, he put it in. It's 10-0 now. Eldon turns the steal into instant. 17 seconds left. Can the Mustangs pitch the shutout? It's stolen. Tam measures it up and went to slam it. It comes off. The putback won't go. Another offensive board and tuck. Cody lays this one up and in. Cody was cleared for takeoff, and I don't know if he just lost it on the way up, but it came loose. But the offensive board put up, the Mustangs wind up winning all 3 quarters. The third one, they pitch a shutout, 12-0 over Richland. So Eldon plays 6 quarters in this Jamboree, and they win 5 of them. Good showing from the Mustangs here this evening. They looked fast. The defense looked good, and honestly, the offense looks much improved from last year. I believe they scored double digits in every quarter they played. Really excited to see Eldon next week on Tuesday. The boys will start their season at Mountain Grove. I think this is going to be a good year for Eldon based on what I've seen here tonight. Hopefully they can get everybody healthy and ready to go. We'll take a break, come back and reset the table as the girls will be in action next. It'll be the Eldon girls versus Macks Creek when we come back You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people. Call DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
Veracruz Mexican Restaurant invites you to join them for a casual lunch or a nice family dinner out with delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine. Veracruz has a great selection of burritos, tacos, seafood, enchiladas, salads, and more, all prepared with the finest and freshest ingredients. Grab dinner tonight from one of their 3 locations: Veracruz on South Highway 5 in Versailles, Veracruz Jr. on Highway 52 in Stover, or on Highway 65 in Lincoln. Veracruz Mexican Restaurant, a proud sponsor of local athletes. The goal of the Morgan County Health Center in Versailles is to make sure you feel your best and stay that way. A few of the public health and community services available at the Morgan County Health Center include CPR and first aid training, food safety classes, educational materials and classes promoting healthy lifestyles and activities, children and adult immunizations, and nutrition for expectant mothers and young children through the WIC program. For more information, follow the Morgan County Health Center on Facebook or call 378-5438. The Morgan County Health Center at 104 West Lafayette in Versailles, connecting the community to healthy choices.
So the Eldon boys have finished up their night. Now it's time for the Eldon ladies. In the first game, they squared off with Russellville. It was a tough 3 quarters for Eldon against a pretty good Russellville squad. However, now they have the Pirates, the Lady Pirates, out of Macks Creek. Now, this is a Macks Creek team that the past few years, I mean, they've had some very solid squads. I can remember having them in a game with Dip a couple years back at the Bluefish Shootout down in Rolla. And, I mean, this has been a state-ranked top 5 Macks Creek team in past years. Now, I don't know what they have this season. I'm not that familiar with them, but I do know they have a pretty good basketball tradition going over the last decade. So, ladies, in their first game, it became very apparent they've got some size, 3 players, 5'10" or bigger, and then some quick guards. I was very impressed with Mackenzie Ward. But then again, I was saying that last year, too. She is fearless. At only 5'4", she doesn't care if you're 5'11", 6'3", whatever. She's going to go right at you. And the speed of this guard play has been impressive. So Coach Isaiah Ryan always seems to do a great job with these ladies, especially the defensive intensity. But if you have a good defense, eventually the offense is going to follow. And that's kind of what we were preaching for the boys, was the defense has always been good. Can you get the offense to follow suit? And they definitely did tonight. And I think the ladies can do the same here against Macks Creek. Because as I look at this roster for Macks Creek, you know, their biggest player is 5'8" in Brooklyn Downing, the junior. Also, no seniors on this Macks Creek squad. So this is a very young Macks Creek squad across the board. But I got to think, if you're Eldon, you're looking at it, even though it's just a jamboree, saying, listen, we got 5'10", 5'10", and 5'10". All you have is 5'8". If I'm Eldon, I want to win the boards, and I want to win the boards in a big, big way in this matchup. Also, a reminder, be back in action on Friday, the Versailles Tigers, as they play host to the Fatima Comets. Fatima, that's, speaking of programs, that's one of those programs that I think Fatima is just always good at about everything. That's always a very athletic and talented group there from the Comets, but I've got a lot of reason to believe this Versailles squad is going to be pretty good this year as well. Coach Espinoza and Coach Williams and Coach Pryor do a great job with those young men. They're playing in their jamboree tonight down in New Franklin. So we'll have coverage of that one on Friday. Then Saturday, myself, Britt, and Jason, we're going to take a quick little cruise down the road to Thayer, Missouri. If you're unfamiliar with Thayer, Missouri, well, do you know where Mammoth Springs, Arkansas is? Joins Thayer. I will be able to see the press box in Thayer on Saturday. But what a Tipton Cardinals. number state probably as on one Thayer. Thayer did number Marionville this year in their district, or last week in their district title game. So now number 1, number 3 are going to meet. There is a case to be made. Anything can happen in the postseason, but there's a case to be made. This might be the state championship game being played out on Saturday. So we'll have that one for you. It will be available at misha.tv, a $10 pay-per-view buy, or I will just tell you right now, Mizzou football in Oklahoma worked out. Mizzou football with Oklahoma starts at 11. That game will not be done by 1 o'clock. So we cannot have on KS95. We've made a deal with our sister 92.7. It will be airing live on 7, but also I will have a live audio-only stream going on the Facebook page. We will have ways for folks to listen. After that game gets out there on Saturday, we will be good to go. Then Tuesday, we hit the road to Mountain Grove. I need to figure out where Mountain Grove is. I feel like I've been there. I just don't remember when or where I went to get there. But nonetheless, we will be there with these Eldon boys as they open up their regular season. So, lots of sports action coming up. Oh, and in that same time, since we're talking about games, I'm sure Mizzou basketball plays a couple games in there as well. And the Kansas City Chiefs will be back in action on Sunday when they play host to the Indianapolis Colts. Not saying it's a must-win game, but we really need to start winning games again. So, Chiefs and Colts going to battle. We're about 4 minutes away from starting off with this girls' bout in Eldon. It's Macks Creek, and it's coming up on KS95.
Since 1844, Kidwell Garber Funeral Home has been a part of Versailles. They've seen the community grow. They've seen the community change. But one thing remains the same. Nothing's more important than our schools. Kidwell Garber would like to take this time to salute everyone involved in keeping Versailles schools a source of pride for the community, and to the students who always strive to do their best, whether in sports or academically. You are the future. From Kidwell Garber Funeral Homes of Versailles and Laurie.
Reaching your fitness goals doesn't have to be tough at Versailles Total Fitness. Tara Grantham is a certified personal trainer and registered occupational therapist who can help you reach your goals in a safe, efficient manner. Get your membership set up today and talk to Tara about training so you can take the first step in becoming a healthier you. Contact Versailles Total Fitness at 573-789-6800 Monday through Wednesday from 9 to 5:30, or see them in person at 131 North Monroe Street in Versailles.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
The holidays are here, and Eagle Stop is spreading the cheer. Fuel up for family road trips, grab a drink, and treat yourself to your favorite snacks because you earned it. And with the Eagle Stop rewards, every stop brings you closer to more savings, more perks, and more holiday smiles. Friendly faces, fresh food, hometown spirit. That's Eagle Stop. With over 50 locations across Missouri, it's easy to reward yourself. Eagle Stop, your hometown stop for the holidays.
4 away from starting off this contest between the Eldon ladies and the ladies of Macks Creek. Should be a good bout here this evening. Once again, the ladies, they were fun to watch that first game. They kind of fly by the seat of their pants. They want to get up and down this floor. The guards want to attack. They do have some size inside, but I'm telling you, if there's a loose ball, they're fighting for it. That's a sign of a team that's going to do good things in a season when you've got that kind of motor behind you. But Coach Ryan down there talking to his squad right now, as well as head coach Nolan Mathis talking to his girls. But this should be a fun one tonight between two talented squads. Once again, over the past couple years, Creek has been very, very good. I mean, this is younger now, but, you know, they had multiple seasons where their teams were ranked towards the top of the state in their classifications. So they are no stranger to playing good basketball down in Macks Creek. And now for the Eldon ladies, that's a squad that they were very young last year, but I know that they have big aspirations. Coach Ryan was able to come in here and get a district championship just a few years ago, which is not easy to do in the kind of districts that Eldon has had to play in lately. Opening tip into the backcourt, chased down by the Lady Mustangs, and they will have the first possession of this game. Racing ahead, right hand off the glass, too strong, offensive board kept alive, laid up and in. First points of the game go to the Lady Mustangs. Good job on the offensive glass and just using that size. Eldon, straight man defense, trying to apply some pressure. Macks Creek going to work around the outside, sending a couple slashers, trying to get inside. Eldon not giving up much right now. On the attack, nothing there. Rolls off the iron. Board pulled in by the Lady Mustangs. They want to run. Left wing, looking for the cutter. Inside, a double team by Macks Creek. Quick hands from the defense. Macks Creek into the front court, top of the key. Nothing on the drive. Good defense on the block. It's tipped out of bounds, saved blindly by the Lady Pirates, but she had to go up on 1 foot to keep her balance, then kind of hop step. That's going to be a travel back to the Lady Mustangs. Eldon brings ball up the floor. And just stepping into a three, off the iron won't go. Offensive board, tip back to herself and laid up and in. 4-0 is the Lady Mustang lead with all the points coming off the offensive glass. Eldon picking up all the way back at half court. Dribble is picked up, applying pressure on the ball, and under pressure, it's just finally thrown out of bounds. So this Eldon defense right now wreaking havoc the Macks Creek offense. Eldon quickly into the front court because quickly is the only speed Mackenzie Ward moves at when she's got the basketball. A good take, floated up and in, and a tough finish. I believe that's Caden Davis with the lay-in, and the Mustangs lead 6-0, 2 minutes into this quarter. Eldon's ladies look crisp right now. Trying to fire to the low. Team comes on the baseline. It's stolen by Davis. Oh, but she couldn't completely corral it. She wound up tackling a teammate on the bench. Hustle, though, by Caden and these Eldon ladies. Quick substitution for the Lady Mustangs. As Macks Creek goes to inbound, they fire it to the driving into the short corner. Extra pass inside. Steps before the shot, though. That's going to be a travel back to the Lady Mustangs. This Eldon defense is causing all sorts of problems right now. Eldon races into the front court, whips it to the corner, driving baseline. Feeding the cutter. She's tied up and fouled. She'll shoot two. Not sure who this is going to the line. Once again, I can't see numbers. Or, well, the numbers, excuse me, don't match up. These are practice uniforms. For instance, right now at the line is number 10 as the free throw is long. I don't have a 10 on my actual roster. Second free throw long as well. Long rebound tracked down by Macks Creek. 4:40 to play. Eldon leads 6-0. Macks Creek right hand off the glass, won't go. Defensive board strong by Eldon ladies. Trapped and fouled 3 times. Finally poked loose, but the whistle is blown. It's a physical game down there in the paint. Substitution for the Eldon ladies. It's halfway through this first quarter. They bring it into the front court on the left wing. Top of the key. Working against straight man defense from Macks Creek. Trying to post low. They'll go to the low block. Turns around and sees the double team. Loses it. Spins again. Probably a little too long down there. That'll be 3 seconds in the lane. That's one of those, if the first move doesn't work, you probably need to just get rid of it because you don't necessarily have time for the second move. Macks Creek looking for their first points of the game. Halfway through the first quarter, 6-0. Bringing it up too strong off the back of iron. Davis, the board, wants to fires ahead, finds a teammate on the low block, but the pass just a little too hot to handle. Bounds, turnover back to the Lady Pirates. Macks Creek to bring it up now. Once again, straight man defense from the Eldon ladies. And it's stolen again by Eldon. Ward on the run out. Gets to the right hand through some contact. Shot won't climb the iron. Davis tied up fighting for the board. They're going to get her for a foul, I believe, or they're just going to call a jump ball one way or the other. Either way, it's going to stay Lady Mustang ball. No, it will be a foul. Or not. Boy, I just messed everything up in one sentence. The foul will go against Davis, and it will be Lady Pirate ball. Under 3 minutes to play, 2:40 to be exact. 6-0 is the Lady Mustang lead. Oh, it's lost between the legs of an Eldon player, picked up by Macks Creek, but it's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Pirates. Macks Creek to inbounds, right in front of the course table. Oh, a dangerous pass. It's picked off. Run out, knocked free at the last second. They're going to say that went off the hands of Mackenzie Ward. I kind of thought it may have got poked loose, but nonetheless, ball will go back to the Lady Pirates with 2 minutes to play. Macks Creek still looking for their first points of the game. Eldon thinking, well, the boys pitched a shutout in their third quarter. Maybe we could do it in our first. And it's stolen again by the Lady Mustangs. All alone, right-hand scoop shot up and in. Allie Bird with the lay-in. And the Lady Mustangs lead 8-0 off the turnover with 1:48 to play. Macks Creek bench will take the break as well. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
With a Citizens Bank debit card, you'll never have to wonder if your check will be accepted. Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. You can use your card anywhere MasterCard debit card is accepted. To make purchases at your favorite merchant, get cash in an ATM, or to make a purchase online. Your purchases will be deducted from your checking account and will appear on your monthly statement. Ask for an application. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
So Eldon lead 8-0 after the steal and layup. Macks Creek wanted the timeout. So these Eldon ladies got to be happy with their defense right now. Coach Ryan still down there preaching to his squad in the huddle. I mean, that's the name of the game. If you can hold your team scoreless for, well, at this point, over 75% of a quarter, you're going to find yourself doing well in a lot of games. We'll see if Macks Creek can find their offense or if this shutout continues here from the Lady Mustangs. Macks Creek to bring it up the floor. Once again, man pressure waiting for him at half court. Attack floater thrown up in. Creek finds their offense with 1:35 to play. It's now 8-2. Back the other way quickly are the Lady Mustangs. Working around the outside to the left wing, back to the corner. Left open, three on the way. It is long and tracked down by the Lady Pirates. 1:15 to go. Macks Creek trying to cut into this lead. The drive baseline through contact. Skip for the weak side. And nothing there as it goes out of bounds. It'll be a turnover back to the Lady Mustangs. So some substitutions as we read that here. It'll be Eldon ball with 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. High post, little give and go action. Looking for the weak side, but it was off the leg of a Lady Pirate, so ball will stay with the Mustangs. Closing in on 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. This is our Martin Metal broadcast. Martin Metal, our title sponsor all season long. Inbounds to the corner. Left wing, going to work it around the outside. Look for the shooter in the far corner. Catches there, nothing there. Drive, gives it to the big on the block. Turns, makes space, lays it up and in. It's a 10-2 ball game with 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. It's been all Lady Mustangs in this one. The right wing firing to the cutter on the block. Shot up and in. A quick catch and go. And the Lady Pirates reply with a bucket of their own to draw within 6. Eldon going to go quickly. Try to get a shot off. They do. Off the near iron. Offensive board put up. Won't go. It's tipped around. Controlled by Macks Creek. But that's how quarter one comes to an end. The Lady Mustangs take quarter number one over Macks Creek 10-4. We'll come back with second quarter action. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling for reliable products offered by reliable people. Call DeGraff and Reed Heating and Cooling.
It's happening now at GT Brothers Automotive in Eldon, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. No hidden fees, no gimmicks, just great rides and incredible prices. We're talking cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs ready to roll. Plus bank and credit union rates starting below 5% with approved credit. Locally owned, hometown proud, and here to hook you up with unbeatable deals and service after the sale. Don't wait. Get to GT Brothers Automotive on Business Highway 54 South in Eldon or call 573-557-2200. That's GT Brothers Automotive, where great deals and lifetime peace of mind comes standard.
Since 1944, Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter Gunther, where they put the home and hometown business.
Hey guys, Colton Taylor here. Sports season keeps me running, but I can keep up with it thanks to Versailles Total Fitness. Their 24-hour gym means I can always find time to get in a workout. Their spacious gym with free weights, cable machines, 4 new treadmills, and even an assisted dip and pull-up machine makes reaching your fitness goals easier. You can become a healthier you today at Versailles Total Fitness at 131 North Monroe, or just give them a call at 573-789-6800.
Lady Mustangs strike first in the second quarter. A pair of free throws from Davis puts them up 2-0. 7 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Of course, Lady Mustangs took the first quarter. Macks Creek in a bit of trouble on the baseline, losing it out of bounds. Hitting the floor as well, so it'll be a turnover back to the Lady Mustangs. Their defense has been impressive in this one. Lady Mustangs back on the attack as Eldon brings it into the front court. Top of the key goes to the left wing, looking in the corner, trying to find slashers against this man defense of Macks Creek. Back to the right side, thought about a three at the top of the key. Steps in, flips to the corner, driving baseline, floater up, won't go. Fight for the rebound, and Macks Creek comes away with it. I like the take, though, by Eldon. Back the other way, Macks Creek. Left hand puts it up, and a shot is blocked, but a late whistle says a foul, and 2 free throws coming for the Lady Pirates. I feel like if your mascot's going to be the Lady Pirates and the Pirates, you should have Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth Swan. It just seems right. Free throw rattles around and falls, so 2-1 is the Eldon lead, with the second free throw coming up for Macks Creek. They can tie this game. Second free throw off the back iron won't go, and the rebound tracked down by the Mustangs. They hold on to the 2-1 lead. 5:40 to go in this second quarter. Ahead, shot off the glass won't go. Offensive board kept alive. Fouled on the putback. So now Eldon will go to the free throw line. This quarter goes fast with all these free throws because the clock just keeps running in a jamboree. So Eldon trying to in this game. First free throw off the iron, too strong, no good. Second free throw coming up. And it's too strong off the back iron. Rebound fought for, kept alive by Eldon. The back partially blocked, saved backwards by the Lady Mustangs, but picked off by Macks Creek. Macks Creek wants to run. Court, little mid-range jumper, too strong off the board, pulled in. Thrown to the left wing. It's tipped nearly to the backcourt. Alive by Macks Creek. A runner, middle of the lane, up off the iron and went. I'm going to be honest, I don't know how she did that because she didn't look at the rim until the shot was in the air. But nonetheless, Macks Creek leads 3-2. Back the other way, Davis. Little mid-range jumper won't go. And the rebound pulled in by the Lady Pirates. So Macks Creek with the lead in the ball, but it's picked off by Eldon. Eldon now looking to go back the other way. Fired inside, turn around on the block, up and off the glass. That was good post work, a good feed, and a good finish. Lady Mustangs go back up 4-3 with 4:10 remaining in this second period. Corner three, one-handed launch from Macks Creek. You don't see that very often. Eldon wants to run. Pass left side off the block up and great feed. Good ball movement by the Lady Mustangs, and they lead 6-3. When Eldon gets out and run, they're very unselfish. That might be when they're at their scariest. A turnover by Macks Creek. Ball will go back to the Lady Mustangs. .330 to go. It's 6-3, Eldon over Macks Creek. Eldon took period one, trying to take period two as well. But it's restolen by Macks Creek. Now they want to run. Boy, I've got this camera all sorts of cockamamie, don't I? And Davis splits two defenders, lays it up and in. It's 8-3, Eldon. Mustangs have found their groove a little bit here. Oh, good pass. Weak side, but the shot too strong. Hauled in by the Lady Mustangs. They want to push it. Oh, short corner jumper from Eldon is short, and the rebound controlled by Macks Creek, and a foul on the board. That'll go against the Lady Mustangs, so the possession will stay with Macks Creek. Macks Creek will bring it up the floor. Trying to go to the low block, but a reach-in foul going to go against the Lady Mustangs. Two minutes remain. It's 8-3 Eldon. Lobbed in at the free throw line, trying to make space. Shot flipped up and rolls around the iron and falls home for Macks Creek. They draw within four. Eldon. Shot up and in. Just make space. Strong. Good move by the Old Lady. They put up double digits again as they lead 10-5 and 40 to play. The block is Macks Creek. Shot too strong. Offensive board flipped up. It won't go. Eldon has the rebound. Trying to make some space and get it up the court. Lady Mustangs want to go fast. It's a flip to the left wing. Three lined up. Too strong off the back iron. Long rebound tracked down by Eldon, but tied up, and a jump ball going to be called. Possession arrow favors the Lady Mustangs. .110 to go as we get some substitutions here in the second quarter. Eldon looking to go 2-0 in the first two quarters against Macks Creek with one remaining. It's lobbed into the block. Shot just off the mark on the iron. Rebound pulled in by Macks Creek. They want to run. Ahead to the block, nearly stolen, kept alive by the Lady Pirates. And fouled on the shot. They'll go to the line for two. 40 seconds remaining in this second quarter of action. 10-5, the Eldon lead. First free throw off the back iron, too strong. Second free throw, rattles in. 10-6, the Lady Mustang lead with the basketball. Racing into the front court. Pass nearly lost. They feed it to the block in the midst of a double team. Shot off the back iron won't go. Macks Creek has the board, and a reach-in foul going to be called. And that should end this second quarter. And it will. We've played two of the three. The Eldon ladies have won them both. They win this one 10-6. Third and final quarter of this jamboree coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Take your softball and baseball skills to the next level. The Shed is Eldon's own indoor hitting facility that features 2 full cages with screens, tees, and pitching lanes. You'll love their top-of-the-line pitching machine that throws a variety of speeds with precise locations to perfect your swing. The Shed also has a workout facility. You can add it to your cage rental or just purchase as a regular membership. Open Monday through Friday, 3:30 to 8, and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 8. Look for the big white building across from Gerb's in Eldon. Book times now on Facebook at The Shed LLC. See you at The Shed.
A full-service graphics company, Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising does it all, from screen printing, offset printing, and promotional advertising to custom-built trophies and awards. It's where they do it the right way. Check out their Facebook page for their monthly special, and don't forget they offer online stores for all your group and activities needs. Wright Printing and Promotional Advertising, across from the Family Center on Highway 52 East in Versailles. Call 573-378-5775.
And we are back getting ready for the third and final quarter of this Jamboree. The Eldon ladies take the first 2 against Macks Creek, third one on the way. Hey, while we got a moment, want to remind you, Baxter's Lakeside Grill, proud sponsor of high school athletics. Call today for your holiday reservations, 573-365-2669. Savor the food, remember the view. Baxter's Lakeside Grill on Bagnell Dam Boulevard in Lake Ozark. If you haven't had Baxter's, you're missing out. Third and final quarter on the way here. Lady Mustangs have looked good in the first 2. Can they close out strong? They'll have the first possession of this final quarter play. They go to the high post, little give-and-go action. Leads the way to the basket, laid up and in. Allie Bird. Nice little 2-man game, high post action. You'll love to see it. The defense now trying to force a turnover, turning the corner, lane to the basket for Macks Creek, but it's lost out of bounds at the last moment. Lady Mustangs will gain back possession. I've said it multiple times, but I know Coach Ryan going to be happy with the defensive effort of his girls this evening. Jamboree or not, as a coach, you always want to see good effort on defense. Wing 3 for Davis, knocked down. Eldon goes up 5-0 within the first minute of this third quarter. Into the front court is Macks Creek. In a bit of trouble, and that's going to be an offensive foul. The guard picked it up, had nowhere to go, and tried to throw the elbow to make space, and the official said, yeah, you can't throw an elbow like that. And I see the coach trying to explain it to the official, and the official says, nah, it was a little much. Eldon looking on the weak side, stepping through, laying up and in. And the Mustangs have 7 quick ones here. Macks Creek answers. They race into the front court. Mustangs thrown ahead. Gonna be a layup on the backside, up and in. Mustangs turning defense into offense. That time it was Mackenzie Ward converting, and they're up 9-0 in the first 2 minutes of this third quarter. Macks Creek looking baseline, but it's picked off. As Eldon's big was just playing the weak side like a free safety, stepped into the passing lane, took it. And Eldon, I mean, you couldn't start this final quarter much better as they lead 9-0 with the rock. Lady Mustangs into the front court. Top of the key, looking for cutters, trying to get a post up on the block. They go to feed the big, but good job by Macks Creek to tip it loose and steal it. And Lady Pirates want to run. On the fast break, right side shot, blocked and rebounded by the Lady Mustangs. I feel bad. I don't know who this young lady is. She's wearing number 10 as a practice jersey, which is not on the roster. But, man, that was a nice swat and recovery. And with 5 minutes to go in this Jamboree, the Lady Mustangs have the ball back up 9-0. Inbounded on the cut, runner off the back iron, falls home, and it's double digits for the Lady Mustangs. Can they pitch a shutout in their final quarter like the boys did? The right wing is Macks Creek, driving on the right side all the way to the rack, and the shot blocked out of bounds. Trying to save it was Eldon, but it will stay with the Lady Pirates. Good defense, just hands straight up in the air. Player ran right into her. Not much more you can preach to your defense. Macks Creek lobs it in, and it's stolen by the Eldon Lady Mustangs. Fast break opportunity here. Right hand off the glass, won't go. The offensive rebound tipped and finally controlled by Macks Creek. So a good chance their layup just wouldn't fall for the Lady Mustangs. As we close in on 4 minutes to go, Macks Creek back on offense, trying to find points any way possible. They get underneath, and that's going to be a travel. The player picked it up, looking to pass it out. Looked over, and there were 2 sets of Mustang hands clogging up the passing lane, so she had to just take an extra step with it. That's going to be a turnover. So the Eldon Ladies trying to close this out strong, but an illegal screen going to be called. Turnover back to Macks Creek. 3:40 to go. By the way, you are listening to tonight's broadcast on KTKS Versailles, Eldon at the Lake of the Ozarks, 95.1 FM, also online, lakeradio.com. I'm Colton Taylor. Got Jamie on the board right now with Mark Sidebottom helping her out back at the studio. As counted and a foul. Macks Creek with a turnaround jumper. There'll be an and one opportunity here. But yes, tonight's game also streaming at MoSportsZone.com live on our Facebook page. And, of course, you can check out MoSportsZone for games this year from School of the Osage, from the Camdenton Lakers, the Bolivar Crusaders, or Liberators, whatever they are. I think they're the Crusaders. One of the two, whatever Bolivar is. All going to be on there as well. Timeout called on the court. We'll go ahead and hold it here. Yes, if you haven't downloaded the MoSportsZone app, what are you doing? It's super handy. Makes life a lot easier. As you can see, scores from all of those teams that we have in the Benny Media family. Seems like every day we're talking about adding more for football season. We had Warrensburg on there as well. I'm excited to get to do some games in the near future with my old buddy Ryan Retone. Haven't got to do games with Ryan in a calendar year, basically, so looking forward to seeing him again. Of course, I'll be reunited with Coach Jason Vansel, as well as Britt on Friday when we have Versailles and Fatima, Comets and Tigers. And then Saturday, I will have Bobcats and Cardinals. And we're just mixing them all up here on KS95. So, and one opportunity here for Macks Creek. 11-2 is the Eldon lead with 3:11 remaining in this jamboree. Free throw is up. Too strong off the back iron, and the rebound tipped around, goes out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Macks Creek. So Eldon will regain possession with under 3 minutes to play, up 9 here in this final quarter of the jamboree. Into the front court they go. High post looking for the back cut. Finds her through the contact. Shot partially blocked. Offensive board kept alive and laid up and in by the Lady Mustangs. They have made a living on the offensive glass in this one. They're up 13-2. It's poked loose, nearly stolen. Diving on it. It is stolen by the Lady Mustangs. They want to get out and run now. Re-stealing it. Firing ahead into the back court. Right hand off the glass, up and in. Macks Creek gets it off the on the fast break. It's the 2:10 to play. To the left side go the Lady Mustangs, trying to use the screen. Now looking for the cut on the backside. It's tipped, winds up in the Lady Mustangs' hands, but the shot too strong, wide open on the block. Rebound by Macks Creek as we go under 2 minutes to play. They fire ahead to the open player, but pass too hot to handle, goes out of bounds. And we'll go back to Eldon. Couple more substitutions here before we wrap up this jamboree. Eldon with the ball. First, we got to tie a shoe. 1:35 to play in this jamboree. It's 13-4. Eldon looking to make a clean sweep against Macks Creek, winning all 3 quarters. High post, gets to the back cut through contact, forces it up, won't go, but it's cleaned up, put up and in on the weak side. 15-4 now is the Eldon lead. Macks Creek drives to the left side, flips it out to the corner. 3 going to be forced up. It was partially blocked, tipped around. Macks Creek keeps it alive. Finds the cutter, slashing through the lane, forces it up and in, off the backboard. A little bank shot action here, and that's 15-6 as we hit a minute to go. But a double dribble going to be called on the Lady Mustangs, so a turnover back to Macks Creek. Macks Creek going to get a couple more looks at this thing. Macks Creek going to bring it across half court with 40 seconds left. And an illegal now called on the Lady Pirates. So you get a turnover, well, you get a turnover too. Both teams just trading turnovers real quick. Lady Mustangs have it with under 30 seconds to play. No one in too much of a rush right now. Eldon brings it up. Going to the left, they fire high post. The weak side short corner. A lot of contact. Ball knocked loose, picked up by Macks Creek. Lady Pirates looking to run. On the right side, attacking through contact. Flip the shot up. Won't go, but a foul going to be called. And this game's going to end with a player shooting free throws by themselves. Oh, excuse me. They will stop the clock here with 2.8 left to get these free throws in. 15-6. So Eldon going to take all 3 quarters in their leg of the Jamboree. First free throw is up, rattles, and comes back out. Second free throw is money. 15-7 will be our final in this last quarter. So Eldon wins 1, 2, and 3 of their final matchup with Macks Creek. Well, normally we'd have a post-game show and all that, but this is the Jamboree, so we don't have that. So what I'll say is we appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight, and I especially appreciate Mark and Jamie back at the studio for getting things taken care of for us. Paige for getting things started this evening. And as I mentioned, we'll be back in action on Friday. Our first regular season game versus Sales in Fatima. And then on Saturday, be on the road down at Thayer as the Tipton Cardinals will take on the Thayer Bobcats for the right to advance to the Final Four in high school football. And we will be back with the Eldon Mustangs next Tuesday, a week from today, as they take on Mountain Grove to open up their regular season. But this has been another broadcast of